Donald Trump posted this under his promises made, promises kept. Average daily illegal border apprehension. So is he saying that the apprehensions that he's doing is illegal? I mean, words have meaning, folks. And basically, the way he's worded it now is that he's basically saying that the apprehensions that are going on the border are illegal, right? I mean, that's what he's saying, right? So he's saying before Trump, there were 2,000 border apprehensions, and after Trump, we're not after Trump, it should be during Trump. Again, this just shows how dumb this guy is, how dumb he and his administration is. We're not after Trump. We're in the middle of the Trump hellscape that is this country at this point. Border crossings down 86%. So those are the numbers that we're dealing with. And of course, he says promises made, promises kept, asterisk data from the U.S. Custom and Border Patrol. So yes. So is it daily border apprehensions or is it crossings? That's the key here. Are we talking about apprehensions? Or are we talking about crossings? Because here's the key. And I've made this point before about Donald Trump's claims on his border numbers from his last presidency as well. And I've also compared those to this COVID thing, to his COVID statements. Because remember when Donald Trump in Tulsa, Oklahoma, remember when he said that he wanted people to slow down or stop the testing because if you have more testing, you have more cases. Of course, that is a stupid, moronic thing to say. You have the cases. People will still have COVID whether or not you test them for COVID or not. Testing just reveals the number of cases that we have in this country. That's what testing would reveal. But he didn't want people knowing the actual numbers. He wanted to lie to the American people because the lives of the American people that would be helped by having a robust testing system and as such being able to target where outbreaks are going on at any particular time would have helped more Americans stay alive. But he didn't care about that. He just wanted to get reelected or to try and get reelected because he was more worried about the optics than anything else. So what about here? Again, he's talking about average daily border apprehensions, but he then cites crossings. So why would I not believe? Why would I sit here and believe that Donald Trump is being honest about these numbers and that he was accurately representing the amount of people crossing the border? Why would I think that he would be going about and actually doing, his quote job in protecting the border, what we elected him to do, as they would say? Why would I believe that he's actually doing what he said he's doing? I have no reason to believe that. Specifically because of the things he said about COVID and testing and stopping testing. It benefits Donald Trump more to reduce the actual number of apprehensions that take place so that he can make it look like apprehensions are down, so that he can make it look like border crossings are down, so that he can make it look like his statistics are wonderful, he's padding his numbers, so he's making himself look like he's the great person in charge of the border, when in reality, he's not. Again, I have no reason to believe that these numbers are coming from an honest attempt to, quote, secure the border. Again, his border security policies are based on xenophobia and bigotry, and I don't support them to begin with. But he is going to sit here and tell you how great of a job he's doing. He's going to pee on you and tell you it's raining. But he's going to tell you all this BS. But at the end of the day, I have no reason to believe that these numbers accurately represent the number of actual border crossings that are taking place. Just like how they were using the whole things about fentanyl. They said that, fentanyl went up under Biden. No. There's no evidence that the amount of fentanyl that crossed the border went up under Biden. The only evidence that we have is that Biden actually apprehended people crossing the border with fentanyl and stopped a lot of fentanyl from crossing the border or from coming into the country after having crossed the border. That is what Biden did. Why would I believe that Donald Trump actually stopped people from crossing the border with fentanyl or that fentanyl crossings were down when Donald Trump clearly is willing to lie to us about the numbers? So if you believe that these numbers are an accurate representation of the amount of people that are crossing the border every day, I've got a bridge in Brooklyn I'd like to sell you. Speaking of the transportation and the tolls going on in the city of New York, I have a bridge in Brooklyn I'd like to sell you. If you actually believe that. Again, Donald Trump in 2016, after the Nevada primary, said that he loves the poorly educated, and every day the poorly educated bend over backwards or forwards to try and prove themselves worthy of that love. So anybody who believes these numbers and believes that Donald Trump is somebody who could be trusted to represent the numbers accurately is somebody who is actively trying to prove to Donald Trump that they're still worthy of that love that he professed for them in 2016. What do you think? Agree? Disagree? Leave your comments down below. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and of course, unless you're a Nazi, have a good day.